All right, Stone Sailor, I see you. Gonna have a good day today, guys.
And we're back.
Yeah. I'm gonna let some people get in here, Stone Sailor. We're gonna have a good day today, man. Um, I talked to you a little bit earlier, and
Yeah.
the topic of the day is going to be the Diddy situation. He had a lawyer that
Hmm.
quit. Kind of correlates to the OJ situation, I think, in my mind. Whereas though, remember Shapiro was the head attorney. There was talks of a plea deal. Johnny Cochran, buddy,
Yeah.
but what's up, Chris Capella? Yep, this is the place to be. So we're going to get into that, and a few more things going on with that. But we're also, like I told everybody, we're going to do a war report, and what I mean by that is in this community, there's a big war going on right now, and I want us to get out ahead of it. I want to do this pretty much unbiased. I don't want to put anything in the past in the way or anything. And I just want to report on what's going on and who's winning the war. What's the what we're just going to break things down. And I got a couple of clips that I'll play. Everybody can hear. I don't know. See now as we're doing this, you got to be careful because you don't want to use people's content or something like that. Then them strike you or whatever. So I'm going to try to get out to the main people in this war and see if they mind if I use any content or anything like that. Which, if we do that, we're just going to report unbiased.
Yeah.
What's up, Elena? What's up, Chris? I said, yeah. So we're going to get some people in here and we'll get started. We'll get started on the war. But anyway, how's your day been going?
It's been going great so far. So far. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Let's see who's in the chat. Let me see something hilarious.
Just got
Chris
Elena and Chris in there so
Capello,
far. We got 18 in here.
Elena, how are you? Thank you for showing up.
What's up, Sam the man? Happy Saturday to you too.
Sam the man.
Hey, we're gonna get a few more. Wait for a few more people to get in, and we'll start. We'll start on the war. This is going to get great, guys. This is going to get ugly, and we're going to break this all the way down for you guys who don't know what's being talked about, what I'm talking about. But this is what's going to matter in this genre right now, unfortunately. But we can report on it, and it's pretty entertaining. I'm not going to lie, so far. But
Yeah.
the gloves are off, and I'm going to prove that today. Let me pull this up real quick. Let's see what I did there. Now, what I'm about to play you guys is first thing is just like I'm going to play a clip off the Angel Gotti show. And this is where this war really kicked off. And the first clip I'm going to play is going to be what's up, Rob? The first clip I'm going to play is going to be this guy, MRH. He's Mob Rat Hunter. I guess he's on one side. And the guy, Jim Terry, the private eye guy and all that everybody's hearing about. He's, with Angel or whatever now. And there was a little confrontation between the two, and I got it. I clipped it. And this is on Angel Gotti's show, so all credits will go to her or whatever. Let me know if you hear this.
Fair use. Fair use.
Thank you.
Hang on, can you guys hear?
Thank you so much. He said, I really like Angel since the day she was always on FBS's show, and I think JT is great. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you.
So he's saying something do to me just because I'm a friend of Angel. 30 people over here that don't like me. Is that what he's saying?
JT, first of all, if you want to put out there, MRE has over 100 live viewers every time. MRE can go against you no matter what.
You know who MRE is.
I don't even know who that is. And let me tell you something, 100 live free viewers, I wipe my nuts with that. That's nothing. That's terrible.
Okay,
That's terrible. I can yell out my window right now and reach more than 100
it doesn't
people.
matter. Okay.
Well, you're the one getting numbers.
You don't want to charge membership. You don't feel like doing members.
Where are you getting your numbers, sir? Where are you getting your numbers?
What do you mean we're getting numbers?
Who's all these?
Those are real numbers. Those are real numbers. Those aren't bots.
No.
What?
Who are all? Let me say this real slow.
Wait, Mom does not know who MRE is. He
I don't even know who MRE is. I know who you are, sir, because you're up here now. You're not turning your camera on, whatever. All I'm saying is, who are
I
all
don't have
these?
to turn my camera on. Who cares?
Well, you probably don't want to. And let me ask you this: why? Who are all these people?
JT,
that
you're getting
just-
defensive.
See, no. You're not letting me finish. I'm not going to let you finish.
This is where it
Who
comes
are
around.
all these people that don't like me? Where are you finding all these people?
In our community.
How many? There's 120 people that have subscriptions over here to the Plus channel. How many people are you talking about, sir? 30, 50, 500?
JT, I'm not counting. We think I'm gonna sit in the chat and count each
You
person?
said there's a lot. There's not a lot.
There is a lot. There is a lot.
I think he's talking in general in this genre.
How many's a lot?
Okay, listen, JT. Everyone's gonna have an opinion of you. You
It's
don't
not
like
an
it. It's too
opinion.
bad,
I'm
bro.
asking you a solid question.
It's too bad. I'm answering a solid question. I'm not gonna sit there and count. Okay, but that's what you're asking me. Bottom line is, people are not gonna like you. Okay, for your personality, whatever it
No,
may be.
you don't like me. For
No,
my
not just me. Not just me.
You
Not
don't
just
like
me.
me. There's a
No.
lot more people that like
Oh my
me than
God.
don't, sir, and that's evident.
Bro, you're
You know
wrong
what it
about
is?
this.
I think you're intimidated by me. I really do.
I'm not intimidated by
Yeah,
you.
you are.
Listen,
Yeah, you are.
JT, I've been around this genre a very long time.
What
man.
genre?
Okay.
There's one
Okay.
genre. What genre?
JT, you don't know.
What
You're a
genre?
newcomer. You're a newbie here.
I'm not
You're
in this genre, sir. There's
Okay,
only
but you show up here all the time.
This is where people like you are. Let me explain this. There's only one New York Yankees mob genre, and that's anything with the name Gotti. All you other little channels, you ticks, you parasites that seep off the name Gotti make me sick, quite frankly, because none of you are mobsters. None of you have any real stories.
JT, you don't know what we are. JT, relax yourself, buddy. Relax yourself.
Let's not insult
There's
each other,
no
okay?
genre.
No, I'm not insulting him. Okay, he's
No,
coming at me.
I'm
It's gonna get
sure
ugly.
JT,
JT, relax yourself, buddy. Okay,
Bob,
calm
I've
yourself
been here a
down.
long time. He's a
I'm
real
here a long
gentleman.
time.
Just
You don't know.
let's speak to each other with
You're a
respect.
newbie. You're a
Well,
newbie,
I'm
bro.
being respectful as he
You're a
can, but
newbie.
he's throwing out stuff that's just not true.
It is true. It
No,
is
it's
true.
not. You can't even
Everyone
tell me
who
how
knows
many
me,
people
look in the
like
chat. Look in the chat. People don't like you in this chat. That's the bottom line. Is Angel going to throw them all out? No. They're paid members.
Right. Why don't we do this? I'll tell you what. I'll put out a robocall right now. We'll see how many of my people that like me send in a super sticker or super chat over the people that don't.
JT, I don't care what you do, bro.
Yeah, you don't
Honestly, I
care.
really don't care what you do. Okay, you're not
There
going to
is no-
offend me. You're not going to offend me.
This
More
has nothing to
people.
do with him. This has nothing to do with him. There is no mob genre out there. There's one name that matters. And there's one name that matters. We're talking, these other people aren't even, and this is Angel, if I'm wrong, you tell me. If they're talking about sex trafficking and pedos, if they're talking about Angel's daughter and granddaughter, how is that a mob genre? That's not a mob genre. You know what that is? A bunch of ticks and parasites that wish they had the last name Gotti. That hoped at one time their uncle was in the car with them.
JT, you're making yourself look like an idiot right now.
No, you're the idiot.
You went off on real deal.
Excuse me, JT. I'm going to put a stop to this now because you're
All right.
you're not being respectful to the show. Just
Okay. If you guys heard that,
Yeah.
that was the first clip. Now let me explain, Stone Sailor. Let me fill you in. Okay.
Yep.
Now what that was Angel Gotti's show, and she went members only. And what happened is she's working with the guy JT or whatever. Now he's got a lot of baggage from other communities and stuff like that. So I guess my Brad Hunter went up on there, and he's part of the the troll army or whatever. I guess is if that's the way I'm getting it.
Yeah, he's an MRE simp. Yeah.
So okay, so listen, let's not do that. Stone.
Well, that's what he is. But
No,
yeah.
let's do it. I don't know. What I mean, let's just do it. He's on that.
No,
side.
he's a follower of MRE. He's one of
he's an
MRE's.
MRE guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
MRE and them are on one side, and this guy Jim Terry's on the other side with the Angel.
Yeah.
Network. So what you heard there was a confrontation of they both went on panel, and Jim Terry was, you know, they were saying something about how people don't like him and all this kind of stuff, and you know, he's, you know, poisoning the community. So Angel and them were going into, you know, how people get attacked and everything like that. So basically, it was a little head to head. So now you heard there now. So that's where the beginning is. But now here's where the sides come in. The sides come in as, what is this war about? And can the troll army even win? And is the war even over? Because Angel and them, I believe, have sided with the guy JT. And Angel has a co-host, Marla.
Yeah.
You know her?
Yeah, Marla. Yeah.
Okay. Play a little clip of where's it at? Which one is this? This is,
but they don't care about her enough to spend
Okay.
$5 or $4.99 a month to see her show. You know, it just doesn't make sense. How much could you care about her and worry about her if?
I'll explain this
And
afterwards.
I think some of them are trolls. I think some of them troll. I think some of the people who come in here and act like your friends, the minute you do something they don't like, they turn around and troll you under different accounts. I think that some of the people who try to
I don't do that.
are also trolls.
Paul, I don't do that.
I don't believe that about you. I don't know you like that. But you're cool with my book. I don't know you like it, but you cool like that. I mean, I ain't got no problem with you. I'm just saying this is just my opinion.
Okay, so basically, you heard right there
Yeah.
how Marla told the mob rat hunter, you know, she kind of brought the sister out of her. You heard her say, you know, you cool like that. But she kind of waved him off. Let's see how she feels.
Yeah.
I heard you don't like JT and you had a whole bunch of shit to say about him.
He's not my favorite guy. What am I gonna say? He's not. I mean, you know, everyone has their opinions. Everyone has their, you know, opinions. Exactly. You know, it's
I'd like to see the analytics. Can I ask? I don't know your channel. What do you cover over there, sir?
I don't really go live, so it's not my channel you were talking about.
Okay, yeah. I don't know who the other one was. What do you do over there?
Yeah, you were confused. You're confusing people, but JT, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people don't like you. I'm not causing an argument on Angel's chat at all. I'm not looking to do that tonight at all.
Listen, you don't have to cause an argument. You can talk it out.
Yeah, no, I don't want to have an argument. But
you like me?
what?
Do you like me?
True, you're a good guy. Why?
No, I have just a stupid question. Thank you.
You know, a lot of people think that you're a con artist. I mean, they do. They think you're a con artist, JT.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
That's interesting to me.
Let him finish. Go ahead, my brother.
It's fine. It's fine. He can say what he wants. You know, it's just that that's the way they feel. They don't, you know, you're not the favorite person out there. They think, you know, a lot of people think he's another Silo. Storyteller.
What does Silo have to do with anything?
Storyteller, con artist, so forth and so on.
Well, they're trying. Yeah, they say Silo was a storyteller, a con man, so they're saying he's another Silo.
What do they care?
That's what they accused him of.
Now, hang on, sister. Angel just said that why do they care? They're not even members.
They're not members.
Hang on.
Okay. They've been part of this genre for a very long time, and you know they come into there are people that come into the chat that don't like JT also that are members, but you know, what do they care? I guess because they don't want him try to take over your show either. You know, sometimes they feel like he does that, and sometimes he does. Angel, I mean, I'm being true. Truthful here.
Okay, but here's the thing. He's helped me a whole lot. He's helped me. So that bothers them too? Does that bother them too?
Everyone's gonna have an opinion. No matter how much you helped, no matter how much you help people out, no matter how much anything. I think they just don't want it to be another Silo. You know, and he another one that turned. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they feel like this guy will turn on you, and that'll be the end of it. You know, meaning not just show, but I guess, you know what it is? In a way, I think they're putting him on blast, and because of they think that he's taking advantage of you in a way, even though he helped you. I think that's what I think what's happening. I don't know. Like I said, he's not my favorite person. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, he's a great guy." Yeah, no, that's my opinion.
It's Angela. How are you?
Hi, Angela. How you doing?
Before GT answers, I want Marla and Angela to what do you call it? Chime in on that. Go ahead, Angela.
Go ahead.
Can I go first? Yeah, I was gonna say, go, Angela.
Yes.
Okay. MRH.
Yeah.
I like you. You know that. I think you've been nothing but like supportive and
Sure. Sure.
From what I know you on YouTube, a good person.
Right. Thank you. Same here. I think of you.
Thank you. But when you say Angel is going to let people take advantage of her, that diminishes her in a way because she doesn't. No one is going to take advantage of her just because she platforms people. Doesn't mean she's letting them take advantage of them. Also, I want to say there's a lot of people that don't like a lot of people that we support. Just because, people don't like each other doesn't mean they have to, go and attack and do shows and do clips on anyone's guest. Like, I think that's unfair. If they really cared about Angel, they wouldn't do that. That's my opinion. I think, some of these clip channels are really, really funny, and they don't, in my opinion, most of them don't go that far. They're just kind of funny, and they speak their, what they perceive. So what my point is why attack Angel for guests, or why attack her because you don't like the guest? You know what I mean? She's
what is
not
this
a
guy's
stupid
channel?
woman.
Mob Rat Hunter? How do I find it on YouTube? Because I punched that in.
Let them finish,
Right.
JT.
Okay. My point is being, there's a lot of people that say, and I'm just going to use MRE as an example, that don't like him, but we still support him. You know what I mean? So I think you have to give us a little bit more credit, and definitely Angel, because this is her channel, a little bit more credit. She's no dummy. She likes to talk to people.
No, absolutely. Angel is a sweetheart.
I think it's unfair that everyone goes at her and tries to tell her, who she should have on and who she shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
have on, exactly.
right, and I'm a little guilty of that too, but I don't say that publicly. I'll have a conversation with Angel that are private, and I'll say how I feel.
Right.
But I'm not going to go, on my community posts and start bashing her because she's had someone that I don't like on her show. I think everybody has to lighten up and trust Angel. That's it.
But go ahead.
I hope I explained it the best way I could.
I feel the same
Right.
way that you do. But go ahead, Marla.
Listen.
Your aces in my book, JT. No problem here. I think he's funny. And, I mean, honestly, we go through this every time we bring somebody on here. It was Parasite Slayer, it was Chicky, it was Silo. It doesn't matter who we bring on here, somebody finds a problem with them. But quite frankly, I think anybody who goes at JT has met their match. I say bring it, because I think anybody who goes at him some type of way, he's more than capable of clapping back, which is what I think a lot of bullies in this genre need. It's ridiculous to get this upset about somebody else's show. You don't like it, don't watch.
I heard you don't like JT and you had a whole
All
bunch of
right,
shit to
let's
say.
turn this shit off. All right, guys. So let me break that one down. And guys in the chat, I know that everybody's going to be taking sides in this, and you guys have history and stuff, but we're trying to report this fairly and what's really going on. And then, I'll get to your comments, and I'm going to shout anybody out I missed. Drunk Jose, Darren C4, Gino, Mike Slick, iDubbbz. I'm not going to say the rest. Mike, when you're getting younger, another fat bald Italian, Tammy Kennedy, No Holds Barred, Cuzzo, Bad Fish. Skippy, what's up? James, what's up, man? Another iDubbbz, and I'm back, crybabies. All right, so what you heard there? You heard a couple of them clips. Whose side do you think Marla's on here, Sailor?
I think Marla's on Angel. Well, I mean, she's on JT's side. She recognizes, in my opinion, and she's right. Marla was 100%. Every new person they put on the panel, the troll army, if they have a problem with it, they go against her because they want to control her show. JT is teaching her how to grow because the troll army, there's no growth there. They're not, most of these guys don't even pay for the membership, JT's trying to tell her, get rid of that dead weight. There's a huge audience out there for you with your name. And the troll army just wants to keep her in their little box so they can control her. And anybody that goes on the panel that she laughs at or likes is a threat to that. So they get jealous and they retaliate. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, see, so now what I'm seeing is it's like how you're saying, like control of that show or maybe control of Angel for credibility. I don't know what it is, but this is the first time I'm seeing now. Okay, right now, I will say this. We've seen how the war's going. Now, look, if you look at it for Controlling Angel's channel, then we're going to say the war's over. That's over because JT is doing whatever's with Angel. I seen he did the stream mode and all that, so he can.
Yeah, he's teaching her how to grow. Yeah, exactly.
Lee Cole's going, I think, in that position.
Okay.
Marla and Angel like the guy. Marla a lot or whatever, and now certain things are coming out. Now, here's the thing. The lady Angela, I usually don't agree with her, but she made some good points there, and I will say this
she did.
Over on the troll army part. See, now, what kind of war is this going to be? Because she did make points. The troll army and all, if they are who I think they are, they do videos about people. They've done them about me. They've done certain shit, and they don't go over the edge. I'm not going to lie. I've laughed at a couple of their videos, even ones about me. So, which they're up going to war with now, this guy does go over the edge. This guy 100% does. Now, they've hooked up with people from Darren. They've hooked up with people from over in that genre, a whole nother genre where JT has a lot of enemies. So the troll army is now growing, if you could say. No, this is not a fake fight, Sin. This 100% is not a fake fight.
No, I don't think it's not fake.
No, this is not fake. So basically, where do you see the advantages lying, and what, because you have a little bit more history in here than me. So where do you see? Because my Brad Hunter, he's not the face of the franchise, obviously.
No,
he just got caught out there, and it seemed like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place because he don't want to disrespect the show. But then again, JT knew where to hit him. Hey, what do you know about the mob? Who are you? You know what I mean?
Do you have a channel? Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on in the show, he found out that the guy's on a diabetic machine. And then later on the show got real good. This lady Edna came on, and this lady's fucking pure gold, man. For the rest, you guys gotta get a membership. But that's the kind of stuff you see going on over there. But in Sin, I'm not selling their channel, but I'm just being honest. But at the end of the day, I think that they got a confusion going on. Now, what's happening now is Angel has made a lot of complaints in the past about Sammy Gravana and Rats and stuff like that making money off the Gotti name. And Angel's got a point. There's been a lot of people make money off the Gotti name. But guess who hasn't really cashed in yet? It's fucking Angel. So why shouldn't she cash in some off her name? So I understand that point. And Angel, I believe, wants to have a big, big show. Now, what got it confused was it's been such this little tight group, I guess, so far that, they're all older people or something, most of them and all. And it's kind of like a chat line over there. And people get offended by any little joke. if she brings anybody on, some people say, look at this ass. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
isn't bad. So I don't know where the troll army plays into it. Now give me that, Stone Sailor. So
Well, they feel they can control her. They have influence over her through MRE and that. And the bottom line, she can't grow with the troll army hanging on her. She can't grow with the Mob 2 rejects hanging on her. And JT could see that, and he's trying to make her reach her potential with.
Stone Sailor, let's say this though. Now they have hooked up with people who are saying things about JT also now. So they got ammo they're loading up against him. But I do see a problem with that. This guy don't give a fuck.
No, he like Marla said, he's capable guy. He'll hit him right back.
I know what I mean by it is he's kind of got an attitude like this, kind of sort of like mine, but he's a different person. He's a little bit more worse than me, and you understand what I mean. Is you know how I'm like, I don't give a fuck if y'all say I disrespect motherfucker. I don't care what y'all think of me, and I really don't. He's the same way, but like he does a lot of crazy shit, like, but he tells the truth about it, or when he's confronted with it, he just says, "Hey, yeah, fuck it." The other night, there was something. Some lady said that he used an avatar of her dead kid or something.
Oh,
and he did, and he did. And when he was confronted by Angel, he said, "Yeah, I did." And then he explained this big story about what happened, and then it came out. Now his side of the story was they were harassing him, they did it, which we don't know what story's true, but we do know this: he will go below the belt.
Yeah, he'll go there. Yeah,
and then he'll say, "Fuck it, I don't care." You know, so I mean, it's a little bit different than the people. You know, the people in here who sneak below the belt and be like, I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be like, yeah, fuck it. So he
don't give a shit. Yeah.
He's going to go hard like that. So, okay. Jesse Roth has an opinion. She's been around for a while, so I want to see this. Yep. This is just my opinion. Angel and Marla have every right to have on their show whoever they want without the troll army being jerks. Personally, that JT guy gives me the creep vibes. I don't like it. I mean, you can't get more real.
I hear you.
You know, and I agree with you there, Jesse. Anybody can. Like, I've had people come over here, and you know, if Tony Pizza's been on the show, as long as I'm not going to bring nobody in here to bash nobody, and I know that they're going to do it intentionally. I would never do that. So I agree with like not doing that to people you're cool with and friends with and all. But I gotta agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So
it's Angel's show, exactly. But they always want to control the show. That's the problem with them. That's why they're not worth keeping around. Those type of people, you know, they're not going to help her grow.
Well, we got somebody in the chat here. We got Watcher Crazy. I know who you are, and I'm not against you or anything. I'm just telling you. I've seen you go into Angel's chat and say something. I'm going to answer your question, Watcher Crazy, because I don't know. This person here is Watcher Crazy. They're an enemy of JT from another community, and I guess they came into the troll army. So Watcher Crazy says, at Standing on Business of Eric, me, how many of you all will call the cops on a woman for sharing and doing commentary on your live stream? I don't understand the question.
I don't get that either.
Doing what we're doing right now, I don't understand that, Watcher Crazy.
Yeah.
So what are you saying though, Watcher Crazy? What are you saying? Are you trying to say? Give me just this is just like.
So basically, he's trying to say.
No, she's saying Jim Terry is a rat. She's saying Jim Terry's a rat.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Jim Terry's a rat.
I don't think Jim Terry cares though. He's done said he hit on people and everything too.
Yeah, he didn't take an oath to Omerta. He's not in the mob, so he doesn't give a fuck. He'll call the cops. He's a regular civilian. So I don't really, you know. A lot of people out here have called the cops.
You're a woman, and he called the cops. So hang on, we got my man Damien.
Damien,
anything you say over here, Damien, you know that. Can we all agree all of Mob 2 is an absolute joke? Real men and women who actually have real lives who are successful. They're not going to in this nonsense. Whatever side you sit, you're losing. That's a great statement.
I think that's true. Sure.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
You know, because honestly, it's entertainment, but see, these
Mhm.
people take it to where it really hurts them.
Yeah, it becomes part of their life, like their DNA, where they got to get up and monitor it all the time and be on, exactly. They get obsessed with it.
Okay. So Watcher Crazy says she don't care who has him on the panel. She just wants them to know what he's all about. So what is he about, though, Watcher Crazy? He called the police on you? Why did he call the police on you? I don't even understand that. Like, I don't call police myself. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But what reason, if you're a woman, why would a man call the police on you? Do you guys know each other? Were you in like a relationship? I'm not sure. We don't know over here, Watcher Crazy. You guys aren't from this. I'm not even in the mob community, truthfully. But go ahead. Can you please explain that? So now you see, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. You wouldn't let him to control you. So what was going on then, Watcher Crazy? You guys were friends? You
Control
used to be a
you.
supporter. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I heard a little something about Charleston White. I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah, I heard he got arrested too. I don't know I don't know anything about it though, other than he got arrested.
Yeah, but now here's the thing, Watcher Crazy. When you're talking about rats and stuff, I think you're getting a little bit confused. Angel and them don't like government informants like Sammy the Bull and people like that. Like, she's friends with people who call the cops. She has a cop on her panel. So I don't think that's going to work. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yep.
She them people in that troll army call the cops and do all that kind of stuff.
Yes, they do.
Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but I do know some do. But God damn, cruelty to animals and aggravated assault. You should get the fucking death penalty. Cruelty to animals. Yeah, cruelty to animals. Charleston White should get fucking cooked. That fucking bitch.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. What did you tell him no about? Watcher Crazy. What did you tell him no about? You're not being totally
specific. Yeah, we don't know I mean, and I'm sure he's got another side of the story too. So
yeah. Well, Watcher Crazy. You want to come up here?
Yeah, let him come up then.
Okay, Watcher Crazy. But now listen, I'm going to ask you questions and stuff like that. So I'm not just, this is not one side. Like I said, I'm not going to do that to that guy. Because, this is something we don't know about.
Yep.
You show our face over here. I don't like to get tricked with the, people do weird stuff. Yeah, if anybody sees Charleston White, they should fuck him up.
That's crazy. I'm going to look into that as soon as the show's over.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit for that. I could see him doing something like that, though. Yeah, I agree with this, Gino. Sammy Gravano, pure scum.
Yep.
One of the worst human beings ever.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now we'll get a little bit of the other side of the war or whatever, but
Yeah, because I don't know anything about his.
Go against either side right here because I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out this whole, because this isn't going to end today.
No.
Thank you, Sam, man. Anybody wishing to donate, hit the super chat.
Sam the man. Thank you, sir. Hit the like button too, please. That's free.
Like button. I dropped the link. Watcher Crazy. So we'll see. We'll give her a minute. So I don't know. So that's a woman. That's a woman.
Yeah.
Now I guess that this is true, Davey. What's up, Brian G? Something's wrong.
They all hate rats, but they don't even have the balls to throw a water balloon at one of them. They come on YouTube and bitch and complain.
Coming up. I'm bringing her up.
You're right.
Watcher Crazy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Eric. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. What do you want me to call you? Watcher?
You can call me Watcher. My legal name is Amanda. You can call me whatever you want to call me.
And this is
Hi, Amanda. Thank you for coming on the show.
Not a problem.
Ma'am.
Thanks for having me up.
How did you get involved in this little war right here over here?
So basically what happened was back in 2022, there was a boy that went missing in Idaho. Well, he lived in Utah. He was a little farm kid. I started following this case on YouTube.
Okay,
And
so this is one of the Jim Terry, because you're going to be here forever talking about that stuff. Jim Terry was a private eye or something, and they say they ripped families off and then talked about the families and stuff like that. Just because we're not in that genre. So I want to know how you got into this over here.
So basically, just back as I would say in October, up until October. So Jim and I had gotten into this whole ordeal a long time ago over the Dylan Round stuff.
Okay, that
was back way back then.
You were
yes, I was his supporter. We had a falling out because basically he wanted to present things a certain way about someone and didn't want to deal with her. It was a handicapped woman that I had gone to help in Houston for him that he was collecting money for, but it wasn't ever getting to her. Okay. So I took paid time off. I went down there, helped her, yada, yada. So I finally told him, that I wasn't going to do that anymore. So he starts trying to create this storyline that I'm a liar, what have you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay. But that happens over here all the time. So this is just like you're going on and on. What I want to know is how are you involved over here with the Angel Gotti situation, and you're now with the Troll Army or whatever? I've seen.
I don't know who the Troll Army is or what any of you people are.
I don't say you. You don't say you. I'm talking about. No, you do know what I'm talking about because you're in the comments. You're saying
well, if that's what they are, I don't know. I saw Redzilla 2 days ago for the first time.
Okay, I don't listen. I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not part of none of that. I'm just saying. There are sides here, and you are on that side, correct?
No, I'm not on any side. I'm on my side.
How did you get over here doing this?
I'm on my side.
Okay, I understand, but how did you get involved?
So in other words, you left your community to follow Jim into here to tell people about him, to expose him? Is that what you're saying?
Right, I did.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Sailor. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
and what community was that? What do you call that community, the one you left that he was in?
There's not a name.
Okay, so it's just like a bunch of people that thought like he was doing what, true crime or
yeah, it was a bunch of true crime people that came together over this one case.
So now you hear the word. Who gave you the information that he was on Angel's show? In other words, so he told you, check me out on Angel Gotti's show.
He said it on live.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he does. Listen, look, this guy leaves his phone number out there.
And I'll be straight up. Like the Gotti family, I watched The Boys and the sister, the blonde.
Yeah, the show,
Loved them. I mean, how can you not, right?
Yeah, it was a cute show, yeah.
I thought, well, shit, I must fly over here and see what they're talking about. He instantly goes up on panel. I would have never said anything had he not started talking about me. And lying about me.
So he was lying about you on Angel's panel.
Yes. Okay. I've got it all recorded.
Okay.
I've got it all recorded. I don't have a problem.
That shot at him or something? Did you shoot at him?
No, I shot somebody that came to my house to kill my son.
Give me that story, Watcher.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Hey, Watcher,
good on you. Good on you. Did you get self-defense? You got no charges?
No charges.
Good for you. Self-defense.
It was. They were 94 feet in my property, and it was after
that story real quick because listen, I was in prison over 20 years. This is actually a prison content channel, truthfully, but this is the Man Hour. I do prison content stuff. So give me that story. Would you had to bust a cap in somebody? What happened?
So basically, my son has 2 children with a young lady. Her boyfriend and brother-in-law came over here drunk one night. My son was over here visiting, and he went out. I went and grabbed my gun. I called 911 and was on the phone with them the whole time. He goes out. One of them jumps on him, gets him on the ground, and is strangling him out.
Okay. Choking your son out. He had him in the yard. Choking him out. Right?
Yeah, I'm in a sleeper hold. Yeah, choke. Yeah, we're naked.
Yeah.
He was like my son was face down. The guy was on top of him on his back with him.
I gotcha.
The other guy walks up, kicks
What's
him
up,
twice
Joe?
in the head, and points the
Right.
gun at his head, and I shot the guy.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go.
What kind of gun? What'd you hit him with? What kind of gun? You
Yeah,
got?
what kind of
Oh,
round?
I
What kind
had
of gun?
a 9mm.
Oh, how many
Okay,
times?
one shot. You shot him once, or just you did you
No, I
double
shot
tap?
him twice. I shot him
You double
once
tap.
in the leg
Okay.
and once in the other ankle.
Hell
I
yeah.
was going to
Watch your
shoot him in
Oh,
the
he
head.
lived. He
Yeah,
lived.
he lived.
Oh,
I was
Oh.
going to shoot him in the head.
So watch your crazy.
But
You just walked
that
up and just bucked him. Like, bop, bop, stop playing with me, little
Right
boy.
in both legs, right? You wounded him.
no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not how it happened. It's not glamorous. It's not anything like real.
No, you had to
neat
stick up
to
for
get
No,
your
away.
son.
you had to
I was
save your son's
defending my
life. That's
child's life. I
yeah.
was-
No,
Watch your
good on
crazy.
you.
Hey, watch your crazy. Let me explain something to you. I was a bouncer, right? I was a bouncer, and this kid, he tried to hit the general manager with a bottle. I put him in the chokehold. Boom. I put him to sleep like that, right? Well, a whole bunch of shit happened later, and the police actually came there, and it was a good thing the owners and all knew the police. I was going to get locked up because choking somebody is worse than punching somebody because you could kill them. It's a worse. Yeah. So watch your crazy, and you're a woman. And how were these bigger guys? Where are you from?
I'm from Bryan, Texas.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
good.
there you go. What
I'm
Good
not,
Second
I mean, I'm
Amendment
not
state.
afraid. I'm not somebody who's out here hiding.
No,
I didn't
listen. Let me tell you something, ma'am. You pulled the trigger on somebody. You got more balls than 99% of the people that are in that genre over there, this retarded genre. They just talk about it. You actually did it, and you saved your son's life, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Watch your crazy. So did they arrest you for it?
No, I did not get arrested.
Yeah,
They had threatened my son. We had the text messages from.
Yeah, you had all the evidence leading up
they
to
were
it.
going to kill him.
Watch your crazy. Let me say something. So you're just like, you got like a normal. Look, what I call our community over here, we're imperfect. We're not perfect. Like a lot of us have.
Oh, shit.
have been in trouble, I think. So you're basically like the same type of thing. So
Yeah.
you don't got to worry
I mean,
about.
my son is
like that
sitting in
over here.
prison right now. He's doing 4 years on 5 aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge.
Your son is?
Okay.
Yes.
And where's he at? In state prison?
Yes.
In
He's
Texas.
in TDC.
Texas State. Yeah.
Is he in Texas?
Yeah, he's in Texas.
Texas Department of Corrections. Yeah.
Do you know how is it there? I heard down there because I was in federal prison and I'm from Maryland, so I've been in state prison in Maryland and federal prison. Now he's in prison down in Texas. I don't know the security level, but I heard some of them prisons down there they keep them like locked down 23-1 for their whole time.
They can, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
They
it just
put them on like
depends on.
work farms and all that shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, they do. They still have.
Yeah, they
hose
got the
squads,
farm and all that.
everything. You know, they got hose squads. They got all kinds of different jobs. They got a lot of trades like mechanics and because the state of Texas, our prisons, we produce basically everything that the prison uses. They produce.
Yep. They make their own food, everything. Yep.
They contract out for like license plates, any type of stainless steel stuff, like big jobs. If they're doing schools, lockers, shit like that, they produce all that stuff.
They're self-sufficient. They grow their own food, have their own cattle.
Why aren't you? I don't know who you are. Why aren't you over in the prison genre a little bit? Why I don't ever see you in them communities like or nothing.
I mean, I watched some of that stuff, but
Chad Marks, have you ever seen him? Blood on the Razor Wire.
Chad.
That's a good. He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah,
he's a friend of mine.
I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. I used to work for the prison. I have a degree in criminal justice.
My co-host used to be a correctional officer.
Me too. I was a federal corrections officer. Yeah.
It's one of those things where I mean, my biological father did time in prison for
so did mine.
I mean, it's not like I'm a perfect person. I've lived life.
Well, we want you here. We're initiating you in. You're good. You come on this show. You're welcome here anytime.
Watcher crazy. And this is where we're different. We don't give a fuck about all that shit. People are people. If we want to dig dirt on anybody and they want to dig it on everybody's going to find dirt on everybody. Unless you're not human.
Right.
But yeah, we're pretty much down to earth over here.
It's like this. Eric, can we keep her? Can we keep her, Eric? She sounds good. I like her. I like the cut of her jib, man.
Here's the reason why. Let me tell you. Here's the reason why. We don't get involved in them fights over here, Watcher crazy, but I like having people on who can contribute to the show. And it seems like you can because
definitely.
Yeah, I'm getting text messages right now.
I'm sure Jim's gonna blow your phone up.
Would you stop, Watcher crazy? Would you slow down? I got a text message right now from somebody who is very respected on the show, and they said they like you.
Oh,
There you
tell them
go.
thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so
they
much.
said I like this lady. Yeah,
I like her too.
And I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I came to YouTube.
As soon as you told me you shot someone, I fell in love with you.
Well, see, that's what I didn't know.
Because
that
I
it was
said, that's a
woman.
fucking soldier right there. She should have been with me and Matt in Iraq and Baghdad. She would have been handling business.
Dude, I'd have had fun. Or if we could go to, never mind. I'm not even gonna say that right now.
How old are your kids? Watch her crazy. How many kids do you
I
got?
just have one. I have a son. He's 27. He'll be 28 in July.
Okay, so how old are you? I'm 48.
Me, I am 48. I'll be 49 August the 2nd.
Oh, okay. So you're
You know,
Leo.
I'm 50, and the good thing is your son is still young enough that he could turn it around when he gets home. He can get a trade and turn his life around. And we really want to, you know, by you coming on the show and everything, anything you, yeah, because I'm real big on, you know, re-entry, as they say, or stopping recidivism.
Yes.
So it's very important, and those guys need all the support they can when they get out, you know,
They
to
do.
help them. Yeah,
Because the
I agree
system
with
is
you.
set up for them to fail.
Yes,
I mean,
it's all
they
set
get
up for
there,
failure. Yes.
They get institutionalized. They come out. They get overwhelmed and don't know how to really navigate away from that institutionalization.
Exactly.
And they go right back out to committing another crime.
So when does he come home, Watcher?
He comes home next August.
Okay.
He's got to do it.
Right around the corner.
He got a serve all when he saw parole. And they told him, you know, go on and do your whole sentence. So he got sentenced to 4 years. He'll be out August the, I think, 6th of 2026.
All right, good.
Okay, yeah, that's
right
good.
around the corner.
So now you got on YouTube and basically like true crime and all that deal over there with the.
Yeah, I didn't even know about chat or none of that shit until that Dylan Rounds case. And so when I got involved in the chat, I just started out as a chatter. And then, like I said, there was a situation where someone needed help and I wanted to help. Right. And so it just kind of went from there and it turned into something I never expected it to. And I'm just I'm a loudmouth. I was born and raised in the country. You know, I was the baby, so I had to be loud to get attention. And you know, I don't have a problem with the truth.
Right.
Period. Which, if it makes me look bad, it makes me look bad. Right. He's going around telling everybody, "Oh, she's a drug addict." I got arrested for fucking possession of marijuana, which I'm prescribed. I just didn't have the original.
Look at I'm smoking in this. Come on.
So
I'm smoking marijuana right now. I
mean, you know, it's that.
Give me a break.
I'm like,
that's not crime.
What the fuck?
Right, so you know what I think's happened with you, Amanda? I think you and Jim butted heads because you put yourself in them communities where everybody's supposed to be so perfect, and Jim will hit below the belt. I don't even think that you guys have really got a real problem.
I don't hate. Look, here's the thing. I don't hate.
Listen, I can't see anybody really having a problem with you. Now, let me say that because you.
Yeah, I can see it that way too.
And I can see maybe he hit below the belt, and then it just turned into something crazy, you know?
Yeah. And what's so bad is like I was away from him for a year. Right? A whole year I was away.
JGP.
And then I come back and I start trolling him because he had blocked me everywhere.
Oh, see, Watcher.
Wait, no. So I started trolling him and I'm like, unblock me. I'd call him and be like, unblock me. I want to chat. Well, he did. And everything was fine up until some information came out about that same case. And I wouldn't share my opinion.
Okay.
Why? Because it was different from his, and I knew it would create a problem.
Well, that. Let me say something, Amanda. And I see that so much, and that's kind of like what's going on over there with that war. If anybody didn't agree one way on the Angel Gotti show, then you're not this, and you're not this. Then you'll find out, oh, he smacked his girlfriend when he was 25, and this one cussed out a lady when he was 15. You know, they did that type of shit, and that's what's going on. That's why we created this community over here. We just comment, and this, like we're calling this today. This is our first one. We're calling it the War Report. We're just seeing what's going on.
Well, I think P. Diddy in the title. And I'm like, let's talk about P. Diddy, you know?
I mean, anytime you got a group of people that do that when you have a different opinion, that's cult-like behavior, and that's not good, you know?
Yeah.
We don't walk on eggshells over here, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, he'll tell people, you know, if she's going to be in your chat, then I'm not coming over here. Or I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So it's one of those things where I'm just not willing to back down.
Well,
Do
and
you
also,
wanna
this,
come at me?
Amanda, you seem like so much more though. Like I don't see you as a troll. I see you as like you can. We're sitting up here. I'm getting text messages, and I'm being dead serious. I'm not pulling a Jim Terry. I'm being dead serious. I don't have robocalls and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think the person mind that. Damian Trice, one of the best people on here, just texted me like, "Man, that lady's cool," you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look. Yeah, so like, yeah, it's I can see like you got a lot to say. You got a lot of your own story and stuff, but I think that you haven't been able to let it out because of this YouTube shit. Because as soon as you say something that's real, people are like, "Oh, you know, she did that." Like you said, who gives a fuck if you got a DUI or you got busted with weed or who
Yeah,
gives
it's
a fuck?
No DUI, just weed.
Yeah, I had a DUI back in 2015. Was that? DUIs are terrible. I hate
Just
them.
give me the
They're
420,
expensive. Let me
baby.
tell you, they are fucking expensive.
Yeah,
That's
they are.
one thing they are.
Hey, look, so is this fucking little simple ass weed charge. That's
You
gonna
got
get
any
dropped
dogs?
anyway.
You got dogs?
Yeah, I got 2 pits.
Oh, you got 2 pits?
Yeah.
I rescue dogs. I got
My mom and I
right
used to do
now.
that.
I got 2 pugs, a Great Dane, and,
I love pugs.
and 4 pits.
Yeah, I got so I've had
My
mom and I did boxer rescue for years. Hush it, girl.
Oh, okay.
And then so I've had several boxers, had a pug. I like pits though. I mean,
I love pits.
I've always liked them, and they're great dogs. They're loyal.
Have
you know,
hang on, watch it. Have you ever seen a black brindle pug?
You know what? I've
No,
seen
you
a
haven't.
picture of
Hang on.
one. You're gonna make me want this fucking dog, man. You shush it. I had a blind pug with a half broken jaw. I got her from a breeder, and she was a crazy bitch. But I love that dog. While he's doing that, I'm gonna grab a cigarette real quick. Watch out, girl. Did I not get the lighter? What the fuck? What you know that? I'm under my feet.
Here we go. This right here is Haley.
Oh,
she got a gold chain on.
She's precious.
Yeah,
her hair is her hair a little bit longer? It looks like longer.
Yeah, listen, she's weird. Like, look, the pits are scared of her. Like she's like she helps me control the pits.
Yeah, when I had mine, I had a tan pug.
I got one right here.
She was blind, but
her eyes are messed up too. But
yeah, I had to put drops in them every day because she didn't produce any tears. And so,
that's like a good.
I had a pit bull that she'd get lost out in my yard because I've got like probably 2/3 of an acre fenced, and she'd get lost out there and she'd start whining, and he would go out there and get her and bring her back up to the house. And they loved each other. They were just attached. And when she passed away, he got so depressed. He had to go live with my mom with other dogs. He couldn't just stay here with just me.
Sure.
Yeah.
They have the animals. They grieve. You know, like my my service dog. I just had to put down, and my 2 other dogs. You know, they've been lost the last month because she was the pack leader. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, man. Thank you.
We just had a military show yesterday, actually, man. If you want to go back and check it out.
I watched it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I watched it. I was chilling.
Yeah.
Checking y'all out.
You gotta stay in the bushes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So,
yeah. You got lots. You're a pretty interesting person. Like, so.
Definitely, Amanda.
Well,
so what do you do? Were you married and all that kind of stuff, or just?
Oh yeah, I've been married. I've been divorced. I'm single now.
You're a tough person. You're a tough person.
I mean, I'm habitually single by choice. It's just easier that way.
Right.
I work every day, and I make decent money. People say I rent my home from my mother, but I live in a home that I built that's in my mother's
Let
name.
me stop you real quick. Why the fuck do they care? Who gives a
You know, they just
I
try
don't
to
care.
do it to
I
try
don't
to.
care
Yeah,
who
that's.
pays for that house you're sitting in right there.
They don't even have houses. These people live with their parents. I mean,
Yeah. So no, I'm just a country girl. I lived in North Bergen, New Jersey for a little bit
okay.
back in '99.
That had to
And
be a culture shock from Texas to North Bergen.
dude, let me tell you, I moved up there. Bodega was not a word
Uh-huh.
I'd ever heard before.
No, not in Texas. There's no
No,
bodegas in Texas.
no. We have corner stores or,
Yeah.
7-Eleven or whatever. And so I get up there and my friend is like, she tells me, well, if you want some good pasta, go up to the bodega on the corner.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
Gino, I agree with the health stuff. They're breathing too.
Yeah.
When Haley breathes, because she sleeps on your head basically, and she'll
Mhm.
like, you're like, what the fuck? It's just how they do.
But yeah, I'd go up there and I'd be like, is this the bodega? And the lady looked at me and she started laughing. She was like, come on in.
You're
on
not
in.
from around here, are you?
Yeah. And so,
She
and then
heard
we
that
go
accent.
into the city and we'd be walking around in the city and stuff. And okay, from Texas, we make eye contact. We say, hey, have a great day.
Howdy. Yeah.
And she's like, bitch, if you don't stop, somebody's going to think you're trying to rob them. You're going to get us killed. And I'm
Mm.
like, come on now, really? She was like,
Yeah, whole different culture up there.
it was. Yeah. I saw somebody
I-
pushed in front of a subway train. I mean, I saw some
Oh,
crazy
wow.
shit while I was there.
Yeah,
But it was
that's
fun.
bad. Yeah, I know. It got
It was
real bad. Yeah. Things like that. I was in Texas. I was in San Antonio for about a year and a half. I loved it. Loved
Yes,
Texas. Had a
about
great
2
time.
hours from me.
Yeah.
So not too far. But yeah, I'm just old country girl, just hanging out. Bored housewife. No, I'm not a housewife. I like
you
hunting.
like the true crime stuff and all that shit.
Not really. So I had a really big interest in more of the criminal profiling side of criminal justice.
What do you mean by criminal profiling? Like,
I'm talking about like serial killers,
okay,
stuff like that. Like what makes them tick, the psychology behind it all. That's more of the
interesting.
interest for me. So, but no, man, I'm all over. I watch all kinds of shit.
Okay.
I don't own a TV, so I'm not going to turn on the, tell us a vision and program us. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather hear from real people, whether they're lying or not. You can classify it as entertainment or education. It's up to you. So I just come on and
that's a good way to look at it. It's either entertainment or education. It's up to you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's it.
So
that makes sense. I just can't see you wrapped up in all these fights and stuff. You got too much more to offer. Like, are you familiar with the Diddy case?
Oh yeah, very.
Okay, so did you hear? Did you hear? Okay, he's got 6 attorneys. Okay. And pretty much like a dream team, like the OJ thing. And one of them quit yesterday. And also another thing he's got going bad against him now, the girl Cassie, the main one.
She's pregnant.
Yes, she's pregnant. So now you're gonna have a pregnant woman on the stand. But
that's right.
This guy, he said there was some type of conflict of interest, but he wouldn't expand on it. The attorney wouldn't expand on it. Now, I'm correlating this back to the O.J. Simpson case. If you guys, you're familiar with that. Remember that? Okay. If you guys remember the O.J. Simpson case, Robert Shapiro was the lead attorney. Okay. Now, what had happened was he was in talks with OJ, trying to get OJ to plead guilty to, I think, some type of manslaughter or something like that.
Now, no contest, some shit like that.
He was trying to 12 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's what happens. Here's what happens. That's when Cochran steps in. It's like, hell no, because he used to be the DA for Los Angeles County. He knew about Mark Furman's past and all, and he turned around and put Mark Furman, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put him on trial, and we all seen the results in the end. Very strategic, very good move. Now, I don't think that they had a Mark Furman situation here, but I think that the conflict was from within. I think there was maybe some lawyers saying, look, they were dead to rights. This is the feds. There's something going on because his attorneys just filed their trial scheduled, I believe, for May. Okay. Which it's going to be postponed. It always is. But the discovery packets that they've gotten so far has only been about Cassie, her witness testimony on.
Yeah.
They're not giving up none of their other
witnesses
guys or any
Yeah.
potential witnesses, because there's a thing called a witness list. And what they usually do, and the feds do this, the day before trial, or a couple days before trial, they'll drop this big list. And it'll be 100 names on there, just people who could be witnesses, not that are witnesses or are. So it could scare people off in the plea bargaining. But that's a few days before trial, they'll do that. Now, what's happening is Diddy's lawyers want that right now, because and they're making a point, though. They are making a point that how can we prepare a defense if we don't know who the fuck they are and what they're saying?
Exactly. Yes. I think they're right. They want that. What's it called? A bill of attainder? No, the list, discovery. They want to know. They want to know all the witnesses that they could possibly call, so they could do due diligence against them and try to impeach their testimony on the stand. That's the criminal Constitution 101. The defense has a right to see all that stuff. So they make a good point. Whoever the government is going to put up against them, they should have to show them their cards. There shouldn't be any surprises. He's entitled to a capable defense. He's got the presumption of innocence on his side. So I agree with them.
Yeah. By law, they're correct. But I know this as being, I've been indicted by the feds twice. They don't like giving over discovery. They give it over one tiny piece at a time. And I've never seen them give over a witness list and
that's wrong.
Or grant, right? I know, but it's the feds. What do you think, Watcher?
Yep.
I mean, what do you think?
I think they're going to hold out as long as they can, handing it over. I think that we're dealing with a situation where there's a lot of people that don't want their names mentioned or brought out.
Yeah.
In this case, and I think there's a whole lot of people scrambling for any and every way to figure out how to untangle this and mitigate the fallout, the exposure from it all. And I don't think that it stops in entertainment. I think it goes up into the government. I think it goes up into law enforcement, into the feds, judges, the whole nine.
Listen, you're right. I was about to say something, but you're so on point. I didn't want to cut you off, but you're absolutely right. I was going to make this point. This case here has to do with a lot of money and not just Diddy's.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people's asses on the line here.
Yeah, there's a lot of important people that will lose everything. And that's why I think the government is going to work out a plea so they never have to testify. I think that's going to go in Diddy's favor because of the powerful people.
But hang on. Now, also, Diddy's lawyers have filed to have count 3 taken out under the, what was it called?
The Mann Act. The Mann Act, yeah.
The Mann Act. Can you explain that? That's back in the day. It's against black people like Jack Johnson. And
it was basically back. Well,
hang on, before you do that, I hate to jump and run, but I've got some stuff I got to get done.
You got to come back.
Okay.
Out of here.
Come back.
Right?
I'll come back. Thank you guys so much for having me up.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Nice meeting you, Amanda.
Nice meeting you. Yeah, she was cool.
Great. Awesome. Yes, she was. The Mann Act is what they got the boxer Jack Johnson for. Basically transporting a white woman across state lines for immoral purposes. Well, it means any woman. It could be a white woman or a black woman, any woman, period. You transport, like, in other words, Jack Johnson had a girlfriend or something in another state. He brought her somewhere else and he married her, and then they nailed him on that. It was complete bullshit. He was pardoned later by Trump, but way after his death. But that's what Diddy's saying. He's like, you're trying to use this racist law against me, for importing, like flying women all over the world just to have sex.
And and I think that count has to do with the sex trafficking count also. And that's the hardest count against him. And let me explain it. Sex trafficking, if he's convicted in the feds, holds a 15-year mandatory minimum, which means you have to get 15 years. That's the lowest you can get. Okay. Now, here's the situation with that. It's a 3-pronged thing, and you don't need all 3 prongs. It's either force, threat, or coercion. Now, force and the threat may be hard to prove. The coercion, though, is the way they could prove that is say, look, you've had people working for you and stuff, and you could you got so much power, you're playing chess with these people.
You can ruin their lives, yes,
if they don't do what you say. So the coercion part is where he's going to have problems. Okay, and that the Mann Act or whatever the fuck that was, you were talking about that law, he's actually using that because a lot of his sex workers that he brought across the state lines, you know what they were, right? They were men, and he was having them fuck his girl.
He was doing a lot more, yeah, probably, and a lot more than that.
That's
too.
what. No, that's what's filed in there. That's what's in the lawsuit, in their thing, in the law, what his lawyers filed. They're saying these were male sex workers, and he's actually technically it's not sex work because he's actually letting them sleep with his girl. It's like his kink or something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does he have anything underage in that? I haven't seen anything underage in the Diddy thing. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that in underage. From what I was gathering, they were all adults, and they were sex workers and things like that, entertainers, and he would fly them in with the baby oil thing and all that other crazy stuff. Yeah.
What's up,
There's
Wizard?
there was a lot of famous people that were at those parties that were getting down,
right,
in those freak offs. So, and supposedly they have all the tapes.
All right, Eric just said they burned all the evidence in L.A., then put the blame on the black guy, Epstein, to be continued. I agree with Epstein to be continued. I think this is all part of the same fucking thing, honestly, Eric.
I think Epstein and Diddy were very similar, in my opinion. It was they were involved in blackmailing people. They would get them in compromising positions, film it, and then the guy might have a wife, and they go, "Hey, look, we got a film of you sleeping with this stripper. Or a girl I paid to come over here and seduce you." And they just hang it over his head. They hang it over your head, and they get you to comply, to do whatever business, whatever it is, push an album, push a fucking vodka, whatever it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
Sextortion.
Darren C4, he said, Eric, what do you think of their offer is going to be to Diddy? Best offer I could see them giving him is 15 years.
20 years. You said 15?
Yeah, I say 15.
I say 20.
Okay, so you're saying, because I'm saying 15 because the minimum is the sex trafficking. That's the minimum for it, and that's the worst crime. And usually the feds aren't going to let you. I mean, 15, I'd say.
Okay.
If you asked me a few months ago, I said 20 to 25.
Okay.
But as it's rolling out and with what you guys are saying with all this other backlash and shit, I would say 15 now.
Okay.
I mean, but listen.
Well, I know there's a lot of people that, important people, rich people, famous people that do not want that case to go to trial. And they could put heat, and who knows why that lawyer quit?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
There could be a conflict. He might have represented one of the actual confidential informants.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Eric was talking about the Usher and the Bieber stuff. Yeah, I've heard that stuff.
Yeah,
Eric,
I heard that too.
But I'm talking about the actual what's been filed in court. What's in this RICO? Like, not just what the rumors are around it. I want to know what the government is charging, and I don't think they charge any minors so far.
No, I think it was all adults.
Yeah, Eric, I've heard that too.
But that's always been a rumor, and with Justin Bieber going through what he went through and all that, and yeah, that's always definitely. I believe there was something bad that went on there too.
Yeah,
but you never know. One of those lawyers could be looking at it and going, "Look, we can't win. Take a plea. They offered us 15. They offered us 20. Take it." And the other lawyers might be like, no, we're going to put the police on trial. We're going to put the government on trial. It could be for that reason why he quit. Who knows?
Daniel's got a question. What the age of consent is over here? I don't know where you're in another country, but over here it's different. Over here, it goes by states. Like some states is 16, some it's 18, I believe.
Yeah, some is 18.
Yeah, and I think some states are 16. I think that's lowest to go. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But
then there's some states where they can consent at 16. However, they can get but there's states where they can consent at 16, but they can get married at 15. It's fucking weird. There's some weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
that is crazy.
I look at a lot of it as weird. I look at a fucking 50-year-old man with a 20-year-old is weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's weird. Whether it's a woman with a man or a man with a woman, it's weird. It's not illegal, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm. They said Daniel said Iraq 13. I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty low over there. They
Those are
married
people who like
young.
arranged marriages and all that stuff
Yeah, they
too.
would marry girls at 13. Yeah, there's a lot of that cultural shit that, like we were talking the other day. There was a whole movie made on it, a documentary. Afghanistan's very big on it too, but it's, there's some things about their culture that I do not like. That in my opinion is disgusting. So
I'm gonna see if I can pull up this Diddy thing from long
when it
time.
comes to kids, I draw zero tolerance on that. And
Let's see if I
those,
can find this Diddy thing real quick. I'm gonna go open
Yeah.
up this tab real quick. Let me see.
but it's going to be interesting to see how this Diddy case plays out.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
But you think he's going to get? Yeah, he's going to get. He's going to get less than R. Kelly. I know that.
Yeah. I agree.
They're going to give him
more
less than that.
first.
If he can get that man charge thrown out, then he might get 5 years.
Here we go.
He might not.
I'm pulling that up right now.
He gets the Mann Act or whatever. He gets that dropped. He might plead to those other two and get 5 years, 6 years, and be out. And of course, when he comes out, he's going to make a new album. He's going to have a redemption arc, a redemption story.
I don't got that.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. They're all going to do it. They're all going to do it. Watch, you'll see.
Okay. Here we go. Let me get over here back to you guys real quick. And let me go down here. Yeah, I just pulled that part up, that Mann Act or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of problems. Give me a second. Charges. Over here. Back over here. Share this. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I can't read it though. I see it.
No, I don't want you to read it. I just want to make sure people can see it.
All right.
Okay, I'll read it. Okay, this is about this. The lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs have asked judge to dismiss part of his criminal indictment, claiming a law used against him is racist and that no white person has ever been the target of a remotely similar prosecution. So he's saying, no, they've never used this law on a white person.
And you know what? They're probably right.
Okay. Combs was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution and is currently awaiting trial set for May. He's pleaded not guilty on all 3 criminal counts. Okay, so that's the 3 counts, okay? Let me see, what was it? Sex trafficking, the main one. The racketeering, that's bullshit. Diddy accused of threatening assaulting a woman in 2016 lawsuit. The embattled music mogul filed a motion to dismiss the 3rd count made against him under the Mann Act, which makes it illegal to transport women for prostitution and human trafficking. So now, let me stop here before I read any more. You're going down a slippery slope, though, because now if you say, hey, you can't prosecute black people for this, now they could just transport women for human trafficking? I don't understand.
No. What I'm saying is the Mann Act, they used that to get Jack Johnson. That's how they used it to get him.
Okay.
So that law was used against him. What I'm saying is, by his lawyers bringing that up and using the race card, that's very smart.
Okay, yeah,
that's smart of them.
You know what? You're right, because I'm about to get into that right here.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, that's why they're getting the money they're getting. That's a smart angle to play.
All right, hang on. So let me get to your point right here. His lawyers argued that there has never been a similar RICO prosecution against others, and that the Mann Act has racist origins, like how you said to Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
And it's used to target black men. Okay, so now you got me understand. Okay, I'm understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, they made that law back then because Jack Johnson and he married a woman and he would drive.
Let me get into it. It's right here. Hang on. Combs' motion states the count should be dismissed for selective prosecution because it has been disproportionately used against black men, including in the prosecutions of boxer Jack Johnson, who was the first black world heavyweight champion, and singer and guitarist Chuck Berry. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that's right. Him too.
Here's what they're saying. They're saying Mr. Combs has been singled out because he's a powerful black man and he's being prosecuted for conduct that goes on regularly unpunished. High-profile white men, including former New York Governor Eliot Spitzer, have engaged in similar conduct but were never charged under the act, the motion said. Oh, so they're using specific people, huh?
Yeah, that's like I said. They're bringing up great points.
They threw Eliot Spitzer under the bus, didn't they?
Yeah, it's all true though.
What did he do? I don't know who he is. What did he do?
He was the governor of New York that was going after prostitution, big time. Secretly, he was seeing prostitutes. Him. And he had to resign.
Okay.
Yeah. So
who else could be charged? The Mann Act, which was previously called the White Slave Traffic Act.
That's it. Yep.
Was passed in 1910 to prohibit the transportation of women for prostitution and human trafficking. Combs has been accused of luring victims by here's what I was talking about, the coercion, by promising a romantic relationship before using threats, intimidation, and abuse to force them to engage in various sexual activities. So right there, they covered the coercion by promising romantic relationship, threats, remember I said threats, and then intimidation and force. So they're trying to cover all three of these prongs. They're
hitting the elements, all the elements of the crime they want to hit. To hit those.
But all they got to do is hit one. That's my point. They only got to hit one of them. It's not a three prongs where it's got to all come together. That was my point. Those activities include so-called freak-offs in which victims were allegedly directed to engage in extended sex acts with male sex workers on film. So that's what I was talking about earlier. He's bringing in mostly male sex workers. Prosecutors allege he drugged the victims during those sessions and sometimes kept the footage without the victims' knowledge. In many cases, victims were reportedly transported across state lines. He also faces a mounting list of civil lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Damn. So, Stone Sailor, you're pretty much on point with everything you were saying, huh?
Yeah, I think I think his lawyers, that's a brilliant strategy to try. That's a great argument. And they're also in New York, which is more liberal and probably more acceptable to that than maybe in another district. I'm not for the race card. However, if you're on trial for your life and you use it, do whatever you got to do, and I think his lawyers are smart. They're brought up the history of that law, which truly was rooted in racism. And they're saying, hey, you didn't prosecute the governor for this. You didn't prosecute these other people for this, but you're just going after Jack Johnson and going after P. Diddy and Chuck Berry. Well, what's the difference with all them? Well, they're all black. And this, so I think it's a great strategy that they're trying, because if they can get that count thrown out, there'll be a plea agreement right away. They'll plea agreement right away.
And that will be below 15 years.
Yes. Oh, it'll be 5 years, I think. Well, it'll be 5 years.
I think it will be 18 months.
18. Okay. So there you go.
That's what they got to get off of them. You got to get that mandatory minimum off of them.
Yes. And they're attacking it. Yeah. They brilliant strategy by his lawyers to attack it that way. Yes.
Yeah. Andreas says, Tim Pale TV is live streaming my shit. Good. Congratulations.
Who is?
I don't know. Tim Pale. I don't care if they stream my stuff.
Who's Tim Pale? I don't even know who that is.
I don't know, but good for them.
Hi, Tim Pale.
Yeah. No, I don't care about that. They can live stream my stuff. I don't do that. Okay, yeah, the race card won't work. Not another fat bald Italian, but the race card won't come into play in the trial part of it. If they win in the motion, then it's already out. If they win in where it's already at, he's not got to worry about playing it at a trial. You got to
remember, a liberal appointed judge, right? Someone who's more liberal, like in New York.
But let's not call it the race card either, because from what I just seen, that is called truthfully the White Slave Act or some shit. Like, come on, what kind of law is that?
What they wanted to do. Yeah, what they wanted to do is they wanted to go after like pimps.
That's not playing the race card in my book.
Yeah,
that's saying the truth. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
race
it was
car is
rooted.
not
This law was created in 1910. Okay, it's
right.
2025, different America, different. A law like the White Slavery Act would never exist in 2025, or the Black Slavery Act. It wouldn't even exist. But in
Right.
1910, a different world. So they're using a 1910 law,
Right.
and they're trying to apply it to him. And he's saying, look at the history of this law, and look who you went after with this law. And now you selectively use it on people. You didn't use it on Governor Spritzer. You didn't use it on another guy these other guys get caught with prostitutes, like the guy from New England who owns the Patriots when he was trying to get a little happy ending.
Yeah, that was
Like you didn't use it on these people, but you're using it on P. Diddy. So I think it's a brilliant strategy, a brilliant argument, because they got to get that charge thrown out. They get that charge dropped, there'll be a plea right away.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. And I remember we talked for like 5 minutes last night about this, and like I was confused until I read that, and I took it correlated to what you had said. You know, took your terms into what I just read, and I was like, oh, there it is. And I agree. I agree. Yeah, I mean, whoever dug deep on that one, it's
Yeah, that's why they're getting paid. I don't know, $1,500 an hour, probably. I don't know, maybe more.
Probably more. Oh, Mickey Batch, you just get out of that damn shower.
He's always getting out of the shower. Hey, Mickey.
Reverend Al, they're not using your card, man. They're not using your card. That's
Reverend Al.
I think they got a chance.
Your card expired, Reverend Al, a long time ago.
So if the courts actually go with that. But now here's the thing. It's the feds, man. The feds, look, if this was in the state, I'd say Diddy's got this all day then. But the feds is a different game. They'll shoot that shit down. They'll shoot it down.
Well, okay, let them shoot it down, but then they're also going to argue that before the jury. Say, if you don't shoot that down, now you go before 12. So out of the 12, how many black people are going to be sitting there in the jury? Don't you think he's going to be trying to get as many black people seated in that jury, Diddy? Of course, I would if I was him.
Yeah, but hang on with the black people thing. But I don't know if that. Listen, I don't know if that could actually come into trial. Like once it's determined they're allowed to use the law, you can't really talk about the law at trial.
Well, no, but his lawyer could argue that there's been a history of this and other people were not prosecuted.
Right.
And now you're prosecuting him.
Taylor, that has nothing to do with trial. That has to do with the actual law. But that's what they're arguing now.
No, but the jury, they can articulate, a good lawyer can get that out to a jury.
There you go. Yeah, now you state it that way. Now I can agree. They're going to have to get that to a jury somehow.
Yeah.
But
they're going to do it.
How? Because
they can call a prosecutor and go, how many times have you prosecuted this law in the last 50 years or whatever?
Okay,
they can do that.
They could object. See, that's where it gets
they can.
That's where that's where I want
Look,
to get
you
to.
saw the OJ trial, okay? And these lawyers are smart. They're not stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
And if I'm Diddy's lawyer, I'm going to try to seat as many black Americans as possible on that jury. Period.
Yeah, but listen. Here's the thing. Do you know how they do federal juries, Stone Sailor? How they select them? It's not like the state. Here's what they do. Like, say I live in Baltimore City, right? And I catch a Fed case. They're going to have jurors from Cecil County, Montgomery County, all these other places in Maryland. They're not going to have jurors from Baltimore City. See, they've got a bigger jury pool. So that goes to their prosecution's advantage, I believe.
Well, we're talking about New York, one, and I think that, regardless of where they're from, I think the best strategy would be for his lawyer to try to seat as many black Americans on that jury as possible. Now, the original strategy is to get that charge thrown out altogether now. But if it doesn't get thrown out and he goes to trial, he's going to use that.
Do you know something, though, Stone Sailor? How you said about putting the black people in the jury, that's always been a strategy. And you know why? It's because black people, since the beginning of time, have had very low trust for the police. Okay?
Yes.
But guess what, Stone Sailor? A lot of white people don't trust the police anymore either.
Yeah, nowadays, they're losing both groups now. Yeah, because people are seeing how corrupt the federal government is.
When I say police, I'm not talking about police officers. I'm just talking about that side.
Well, they're more sympathetic because of the history of the police being weaponized Okay. Again, so they're more distrusting. The Tuskegee experiments, things like that. They're more distrusting of the government. Now everyone's waking up and going, wait a second, this government is corrupt. Look at the stuff they're doing. So now even more people are it's called like jury nullification, where people just go in there and they're like, I don't give a fuck what the government shows me. It's probably bullshit and I'm voting not guilty. There's people that do that.
This one's for you. You read that and answer Fat Bald Italian.
The case is a high profile. No way the prosecution will drop anything. Well, we'll see. Like I said, it's a lawyer. So the judge is going to make the determination whether that argument is good enough for them to drop that charge. It'll be a judge who's not elected, who's appointed for life. So if he goes against the government or whatever, they can't do nothing to him. So he can rule any way he wants. If he doesn't, I do believe they will take that strategy, carry it over to the jury, and try to make it into a racist thing. That is a good strategy for them.
Listen, that's great, and I agree with you, but it's going to be difficult to get it in.
All right, well.
But that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, these guys are very good, so we'll see.
Just like if you remember in the OJ case, you know who the one who brought the glove in, don't fit acquit. You know who did that and fucked up? It was the prosecution.
Well, yeah, they said, go ahead. He could try the gloves on in front of everybody like an idiot.
They wanted him to attack.
Yeah, I know. And look at those two. You had two clowns, Darden and the other lady, against three of the dream team. And that's what you're going to have there, because these federal prosecutors, they're good. Don't get me wrong. But if they were really good, they would be out in the real world making a lot of money. Let's be honest.
I agree with you, and I've said that before. But on the federal level, it's a little bit different, Sailor.
Their standards higher. I got it.
Sitting there to become political figures. That's just.
I got you.
You're just like.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
You don't see them become like a defense lawyer afterwards. You see them become
the
president.
Judges. Or they run for office, or they get appointed to the bench. Yeah, because they like to stay in government where,
So
but at the same time.
One thing is, in state court, I even know this being a drug dealer. Just being a drug dealer, in state court, we got the advantage because we actually are able to. The states are broke; they don't have the resources. If you got,
they don't have the money.
Say you're sitting on a $500,000, which ain't even a lot of money, but just say you're sitting on a $500,000 and you get a charge down in the state. Man, you could take them through the ringer. They're not even going to be able to keep up with you because they have
a budget.
They don't have the money to spend against you.
Yeah, they have a budget. They can only spend a certain amount. Yep.
Yeah. So this is going to be a good war.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what a trial is. It's a war. It's lawfare.
What's up, Will?
Not warfare, lawfare.
Yeah, this is wow. And see, another advantage OJ had.
What's up, Willie?
That was right on the heels of the Rodney King incident of them.
Yep, timing is everything. Yep.
Yes, and it was in Los Angeles, same cops, same division. Not same cop, but same division, whatever. So a lot of that was get back in people's minds too.
Yep.
So there's a lot that plays into these cases. Now with Diddy, what about this? Now, I know this isn't even a bad charge, and he's not even really charged with this. It's like just part of it. But that was sickening when he was kicking that chick down the hallway.
Oh, that was horrible. Jesus Christ.
That looked bad to me. And I've seen some fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around violence and shit. That looked bad to me. I could imagine what it looks like to a rape. You know what I mean? That looked really bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you know what's crazy? They had that tape for several years. And then all of a sudden they just leaked it. But they had it for a long time. A couple years they had that test.
Yeah, so that's and then once again, like she's pregnant now. She's pregnant and she just announced it. So she's gonna be, if they do go to trial in May, which they're not. I just don't got them doing it. I
would get them to postpone that till she has the baby. That would be my strategy too. I would want to postpone that. I don't want a pregnant women testifying that you beat up. It's not a good look. If I'm his lawyer, they're going to fight that like hell. They're going to fight to get that charge thrown out.
Now, I also know this from being on the other side, like Diddy. I didn't get no bond either. So you're sitting in fucking jail. You want this trial to get over with. You want this shit to get done. You don't want to sit around years. You know what I mean? And especially with going to trial, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, at all that time,
you got to think as the inmate. Don't think as okay. I'm not thinking. I'm thinking as the inmate right now.
I got you.
But I know the smarter strategy would be like, yeah, fuck it, wait 7 more months or something rather than get 50.
Wait it out, yeah.
But in Diddy's mind, he's thinking he's going to win. He wants to go to trial.
Yeah, he wants to get the hell out of there, or at least go home on home confinement bond or something. Yeah,
so if he was on home confinement or something, it'd be different. You could postpone it for years if you want. You know, it doesn't hurt you. You know, so that's another advantage to the government.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to see it. It's all going to come. It's going to unfold soon in the next couple months, you know, or next year, this year, 2025. But it's going to be exciting.
I said when it first happened, when the indictment first dropped, I said about 18 months from then. And the indictment dropped what, like 5 or 6 months ago, close to 6 months ago. And so yeah, May will be around 6 or 7, probably 6 months.
And we just had a change in the Department of Justice too. There's a lot of new prosecutors coming in. There's a turnover. I know that too. So that'll postpone it, I think, a little bit too. That'll go in his favor because you're going to have we have a whole new administration now. There's been a lot of federal prosecutors that were fired and resigned. So
William Brooklyn, you've been telling me about this situation for a couple of days now, and I ain't heard. Still can't figure out what's going on. You want to come up?
Yeah, come up, Willie. Tell us about it. Well, wait. Yeah, okay. Don't incriminate yourself, but tell us.
No, yeah, definitely not. No, I just want to know what happened to him, and you know what I mean. I think William's not really a trouble guy, man. Like,
no, I don't know what this whole menace thing is. I don't know what the hell that is.
There's a link if you want it, William. Yeah, I want to ask him about this because
Dennis the Menace. I don't know what that is. Yeah.
And you're saying pretrial supervision, is that with the state or the feds? That's with the state probably with that charge. So. What's up, Georgie? Jorge? What that pool stick? He said William's a menace. Yeah, but so there was a lot more that played into that OJ situation. And a lot was on OJ's side, man. I'm not gonna lie. A lot was aligned for him, but then you see what happened. Then when he
look, I think they know that he's going to get convicted of something. What they want to do is try to get that charge, that Mann Act charge, thrown out. They're going to do everything they can.
Listen, if they get that thrown out and he pleads guilty, he'll probably get about 18 months because he has no. Hey, what's up, George?
He's got. Plus, he's going to have what, a year already in time served already.
Yeah, it's not going to be. He'll go to a camp for 6 months or something. Yeah, because his guidelines won't be high at all. He'll be criminal history category 1, and I don't know what to. You got to connect your mic and all that, William. William, what's up?
William,
what's going on, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
we hear you good.
What happened?
Okay, give me a second. No, what happened was this. Hold on a second. Let me get this earpiece in. I was going on the train and the subway system. Now they have security guys
You're in
New York. Yes, and they have security guys that stand there. Now the woman paid for the thing. The woman paid for it, so she went on the subway. Hold on, let me put this on the earpiece. The woman paid for the train, so she went on the train. So I tried to go on the train. I tried to go on past the gate with her. It didn't work. The guy stopped me. And I have a tool belt. I carried like a hammer, tool belt with me, right? Now, with that being said, right, the guy, he pushed me out the way. I didn't touch the guy at all. However, he's following me now. I'm going towards the train. Now there's 3 cops coming the opposite way towards me. The guy's screaming, "Officer, he threatened me with a hammer." Now,
oh shit.
Now when I got stopped, his story was, I didn't pay for my train. Because I'm a transit offender, I got arrested for that. However, the guy says, but the charges were upgraded. They said menacing in the 3rd, you threatened somebody, whatever the case may be, which I didn't do now.
So what? You've been in trouble for like in the subway before? You said you're a transit offender. What is that?
Well, you just jumped the turnstile. Yeah, that's all. Right.
Okay. Right. You've been in trouble
that's
for
it.
That before.
Right. But that wasn't discharged.
You've been in. listen, you've been in trouble in the subway in your past before, and they know about it or something,
Right.
or
Right.
discharge. Okay, yeah, okay, I got you. Okay, so yeah, okay. So
like, when the cops actually came to see me, nobody cam was on at that time, nothing. So whatever I reached for, or didn't reach for, the cops didn't see that. The cops did see the cops having a body cam that I did make some threatening words to the guy, and that was about it. That's it.
oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's how you got to fight that, and I'm gonna tell you what I think that was. All that crazy shit that's been going on in them subways, you know, them crazy people pushing women on the thing.
Yeah, burning people.
I think subway people are using that to their advantage right now on you to make it so dramatic. You know, all this stuff happens on the subway. You understand? And now he's threatening with a hammer, you know, when it's really not that. You know, so yeah, I think we're gonna be all right on that, bro.
Is it a felony or a misdemeanor?
No, it's a misdemeanor.
Okay, fight it.
So,
I mean,
is it different counts? You know what I mean? Because like actual,
yeah.
It
was. Hold on a second. It was the menacing. I think in the third, and then it was menacing in the first, and it was criminal possession of a weapon. That too. But the top charge is the menacing one. Nothing else.
Did they find a hammer?
Well, he was having a tool belt. He had a tool belt on. He's carrying a tool belt.
Yeah.
Oh man, get out of it, man. Get the
criminal possession of a weapon. Meanwhile, you can see the hammer. It's not. It's a tool.
But yeah, you're carrying it openly. You're carrying it openly with a tool belt. Yeah, now that ain't gonna stick, bro.
Nah.
Yeah, and the thing is, listen, I have my wrench and my screwdriver that they gave it back to me. I said, so they said, William, listen, don't stress it. Now, listen, they said, bro, you're not going to jail because if you were going to jail, bro, they would have kept you here. And you know what? My court date is what? April 1st. So if I was a threat to people, why would they even let me out, right?
Yeah,
right?
They'll throw that out. Fight that. Don't. Yeah. That's you're carrying your tool belt to work or whatever. No, that's bullshit.
Well,
however, my lawyer did tell me. He says, William, just know this: if you get arrested again, and you have a court date coming up, you're gonna stay there until your court date. So stop doing whatever you're doing, William.
Well, yeah, because
that's
you're
good
on
advice.
Trial supervision right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
He's right about that.
Jail. You're on pretrial supervision. You probably got call in or something or whatever.
Yeah, I actually had to go there. I had to go to see them, and I told them the situation. They said, "William, don't worry about it." They said, "Listen, as long as you stay out of trouble, don't worry about it."
It's fine, yeah.
But sometimes honestly, I'm not going to say too much about things. I mean, I do what I do because of necessity, right? But this little bullshit situation. I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't want to curse, but you don't think you don't think there'll be a problem with this, no, right?
No.
You don't think, right?
I think the whole charge is right there. I think that all comes with the bullshit, with all the dramatic shit that goes on. So they put that in there, and then you're going to just go there. And but listen, one thing that is true, you're on pretrial supervision, so you don't want to get any type of arrest right now.
Yeah,
they can revoke that one, or they could keep you on that one and just not give you the next one, and you're still sitting there.
Okay. All right, Eric. I appreciate you having me up today, guys. I'm going to drop down in the chat. Okay, guys.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Let us know. All right, buddy.
Yeah. His situation is not nothing. Let me ask you a question.
I think that's bullshit.
Real quick. Yeah, the real truth.
He jumped the turnstile. That's it. Give him a ticket for that and let him move on. It's
right, give me a second.
Can't criminalize carrying a work belt now.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Real truth. Yeah, I got checked too, getting that out. You say he's known like Itchy Man was in Baltimore. You've seen the documentary. Itchy Man was definitely cold. I got to get on top of that too. I want to try to get maybe have him call in. I talked to his brother. Hang on, his son's brother. If that makes sense, real truth. So I'm gonna try to get in touch with somebody in the joint with him or whatever, and try to get a little bit more information on that. Yeah, no problem, William. Yeah, see, William's situation, Sailor, was that just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
You know, but it's over dramatic the way they did that to him. But it's nothing. It's nothing.
No, he should. I mean, his lawyer should be able to get those serious things squashed. I mean, jump on the turnstile, whatever, pay the fine,
Yeah,
and
they
move
get
on.
paid for the damn. How much is it? $5 or something? Here, pay 20. You know, they give me 20. Well, you know, a lot of times they'll arrest people for shit like that. Like down here, we got Ocean City, Maryland, right? So what they
I've
do
been
is,
there.
they call it come on vacation, leave on probation. Because what they'll do is obviously during the winter time, which is like, well, let's just call it 7 or 8 months out of the year, 8 months out of the year, there's nothing going on there because it's cold. So the town's not making no money. So what they do is during the summertime, they hit you with all kind of tickets and everything. Open container
revenue. Revenue. Yeah.
Right. So now once the summer shuts down, they're not making money. Everybody's going to court and having to pay their fines. That's what gets them through the rest of the year.
Yep. It's all revenue collection. That's all they are. They're just armed revenue collectors. That's all they are. Sad. Very sad.
Yeah. So that's probably what's going on there because they got to make up for money that they don't have. You know, these states are broke. Like, you know, we were talking about that earlier. So they got little shit like that they'll do to people. So like, say William goes in there, they're like, all right, pay $100. All right, and say the thing is $10. They just made 10 times the money. You know?
Because they'll give you a court fine and all that other crap on it.
Yeah. All right, hey, I'm gonna wrap up real quick. So I got some shit to do, but
all right, bro.
Everybody, thanks.
Great show today. Great show.
Guys, enjoyed the show today. Like I said, we'll be back. Just keep looking out, and you know we're going to be on this war report, and we're going to have other great content for you. What'd you say? The young guy, his girlfriend robbed, killed. I'm not sure. Yeah, thank you too. Amanda Watcher, crazy.
Amanda, yes, pleasure meeting you.
All right, guys. All right, so thanks.
All right, brother.
All right, guys.